Hi friends, so I wasn't going to sit down and film this video. I don't want to get upset, but I have decided that I'm going to do it for a couple of reasons. The first one being that I've not seen anything that I can relate to the last while online at all. And the second one being that the other day I asked you guys for questions for a video, and I'd say 80% of them were asking how are you doing mentally, and I have never had so many people ask how I am. It's not something people actually tend to do, and I don't know if it's because a lot of you guys are struggling and you want to know you're not alone, and you just want to know you're not going mad, and you know you're not alone. I am really not okay. I'm really not okay, and I just want to say that I'm not doing this for sympathy. I don't want sympathy. I don't need sympathy. The only reason I'm doing this is maybe I could help someone, like, you know, bring you a bit of comfort or just make you not feel alone, because I just feel like if I saw somebody just really sit down and be really open about how they're feeling, I feel like it actually would help right now. Because I've been feeling really alone. I am currently going through a bad depressive episode, and the last 2 weeks have been really hard, and every day has been a real struggle. Like, every day has been like a mountain to climb. I'm like breaking down in tears multiple times a day, and I don't know why. I don't even know why. I feel like the worst part about it is that no one thing has happened in these last 2 weeks, you know. I have been coping, you know, this year for the most part. Obviously I have my good days, I have my bad days, we all have bad days, that's very normal. But I've been okay, you know. I've been getting on with things, I've been proud of the content and the videos I've been doing, I've been okay. And like literally 2 weeks ago I just woke up one day and I was melting, breaking down completely, and I have been in that place ever since. And I don't know if it's a combination of a lot of things this year that have just caught up with me. I don't know what it is, but I don't remember the last time I felt this low. Like the dark places my head has brought me to in the last 2 weeks has been a lot. It's been really bad, and it has been really freaking hard. Really has. And I know I'm not the only one. Like, I know I'm not the only one who is really struggling right now. And you know, I just have been feeling so incapable of just being a human, of just functioning, of just getting out of bed, of feeding myself a meal, of having a shower, of just doing anything. My brain is just so negative right now, and you know, I am just full of self-hate currently. I just feel so worthless, and I just, you know, so hard. It's so hard when you've been trying, like doing your best for yourself for years, and then you just kind of find yourself in one of the worst places you've ever been. You just feel like it's never gonna end, you know. Like when, you know, the saying like there's light at the end of the tunnel, and it's just like, yeah, but how long is this tunnel gonna be? Because going through a really dark tunnel on your own and not seeing the light, like, you really can feel like giving up. Like, you really can, and I've been feeling like that. This is not a cry for help. It's not along them lines. This is me just sharing with you guys where I am currently at in my head and my life. And this is it, you know. I have always prided myself on being really open and honest online, and not just showing the good bits but also showing the really shitty bits. And I feel like I've struggled to do that a bit more this year, and I don't know if it's because I feel like the internet has turned into a very horrible place, and like I don't know if it's people taking their pain out on people online, because I know this year has been so hard. So hard. Like, words don't describe how hard this year has been for us all. We've all had different struggles, but we've all struggled, and I think that is safe to say. But yeah, I don't know if it's people online just kind of using it as an easy outlet. I feel like people have used me as that as well, you know, at certain points over the last few months, and so it therefore makes it a lot harder to be vulnerable online, especially when it's so personal, you know, and it's not just an opinion I have or something, but when it's actually something that is like I'm going through, and to like share that and be that vulnerable online, it can be really hard because you don't know how people are gonna respond, you know. But I just feel like talking to you guys has always really helped me, and I don't know if it's because like I know so many people who follow me are like really similar to me, and you guys have helped me through so much, like over the last 4 years. Like, things that I wouldn't have even shared I was going through online, just by you guys being there with your encouraging words and your kindness, like, has really helped me through some hard times in my life. And you know, I do see you guys as my friends, and I just feel like I couldn't just continue posting usual videos without addressing this, especially considering the year that's in it. And like, there's so many people who have committed suicide this year because they just couldn't deal with it, or they had nobody to talk to, or they felt really fucking alone and like they were never going to get through it. And you know, there are times where I feel like I'm not going to get through it, but I feel like we need to like lean, or like be open and lean on each other through them times, because you're not the only one feeling that way, and nothing is ever worth you should never give up, you know. No matter how hard things get, there is always a better day coming. I don't know when, but it is coming. And I feel like mental health is still there's still so much stigma around it, and so much, you know, there just is. Like, why isn't taking days off work normalized if you're not mentally feeling well? You know, why is it only normalized if you're physically sick, when the millions of people who struggle mentally every year, it's crazy how many people struggle. Yet people still look down on it. Or if someone's struggling, you know, it's all like reach out for help until somebody reaches out, and then it's like, oh well, you know, you're just actually a bit lazy, or you're just a bit you're crazy, you know. And I just still don't feel like there is that support around mental health. There just isn't. And even in where I live, Ireland, like, the mental health services are just shocking. They're so bad. The waiting lists are ridiculous. Like, the cost of therapy, like, it's just insane. I just feel like the help and what is needed for it isn't there, you know. And I just want you to know that if you're struggling, you aren't alone. And you know, we will be okay. I know it can seem like we're not gonna be right now, but we will. But we can't give up. We can't give up, and you can't give up. And I've just been like, oh, my brain has just been such a horrible place to be these last 2 weeks. Like, I can't even put it into words. Like, it just feels like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, and like there's just this constant sinking feeling in my chest. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm even going to upload this, but I felt like I had to address this before I posted any other video, because I feel like this is really important, and I'm really nervous to potentially put this anywhere. But this is the reality of it. Like, it is the reality of it, and I just, you know, I've noticed that I follow a lot of people online and they just portray this life, and I'm just like, jeez, like, you have so many people following you, like, you really could be helping a lot of people, but instead you're just focusing on making your life look really great and like this fun time all the time, even during a pandemic. And I'm just like, nah, I am not going to be that bitch. I'm not, like, that's just not me. Like, I'm not okay, and that is okay. That's okay. It's okay that I'm not okay. And you know, I've been through this before, and I know I'll get through it because I got through it before, but it just doesn't feel like that right now. And I feel like I just need to remind myself that it's also okay that it doesn't feel like I'm going to get through it right now. Because one day I'll look back and realise that this made me a lot stronger. And it's the same with you. If you're going through something, you know, mental health struggles are a bitch. They are so real. But, you know, you can look so fine on the outside, and you can be absolutely falling apart inside and nobody will even know. And you know, I just want to encourage you to just talk to somebody, whether that's a friend or a parent or a partner or me, or just leave me a comment, or a therapist. Just let it out, because the main reason as well why I thought I'd sit down and film this is I do always feel a lot better when I am really open with you guys. As nervous as I can be before I post it, it does just feel like your friend's giving you a big hug. You know, we need to be talking about how we feel, because the more we keep it in, the worse it gets, and then it results in things and actions that we can't take back. And you know, nothing is ever worth that. It's just not, okay? And I just want to say I love you guys, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. You're not alone. My messages, my comments are open, and I will be okay. I'll be okay, and so will you. But we need to take one step at a time. One step at a time. That's what my mom keeps telling me to do, and I'm just trying to do that. Just focus on putting one foot in front of the other, and just keep doing that. And then hopefully we'll get to a point where we'll realise we're not even having to focus on putting the foot in front of the other, because we're just doing it really easily, do you know? Oh, I'm so sick of crying. I'm crying all the fucking time. Oh my god, this has been a hell of a couple weeks. But yeah, I don't know what this was. I'm sorry if it didn't make sense, but I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.